So everyone, there should be someone in the gentleman's place and someone in the lady's place. And if you're a gentleman or in the gentleman's place, look to the right, and that's your partner. So go ahead and say hi to your partner. Yeah, the man looks to the right, the lady looks to the left. Sorry. Okay, and now the gentleman looks to his left, and this is his corner.
Hi.
Now let's all just take some, or neighbor, let's just take some walking steps to the left. So basically, in the country dancing, you're just kind of walking. You don't have, it's not really skipping or jumping. It's just kind of walking most of the time. But there's one thing we're going to add to it, and that's called giving weight. So everyone kind of lean back a little bit if there's room until you can feel a little tug on your arms. And try to keep that feeling, and now come forward and stand up and try to keep that feeling. And your arms should be kind of like not all the way extended and not all the way pulled in, but about halfway. And that feeling of like a little tug, the little resistance, that's giving weight. So with that in mind, join hands and circle to the left. Come back around and circle to the right. 4 steps into the middle. 1, 2, 3, and back up. 4 steps in with a great big shout. Right. Stop right there and let go of your hands and try to look at your partner. And we're going to dosedo. A dosedo is you're passing by the right shoulders, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to Alaman. So extend your right hand, and this would be an Alaman right. And you just kind of wrap your fingers around, and then you're looking at your partner, and you're giving each other a little weight, and you circle around. That's an Alaman right. And then you do it with the left, and this is an Alaman left. All right, and now we're going to, we'll go ahead and do that again. Alaman right with your partner. Alaman left with your corner. And Alaman right with your partner. And come around and stop. Okay, Ellie, come on out to the center. And the next thing I'm going to show you is how to swing your partner. So a swing is when the gentleman puts his right hand on the lady's shoulder blade, and she puts her hand on his shoulder. And then there's this end, which is kind of like a pointy end, and then you're kind of in line, right hip to right hip, and so that you can both walk forward. But because we're connected and we're looking at each other, when we walk forward, we kind of go in a circle.
You're fine, Ron.
So yeah, so you're kind of right hip to right hip. And so go ahead and do that. So one thing to be careful of is sometimes, go ahead and turn 90 degrees to me. Okay, make a pointy end. So this is kind of wrong. Like if we were to swing now, she would be walking backwards, and that's real uncomfortable for her. But we really both should be walking forward. And you give each other a little weight. And then you always stop with the lady on the right. So when you open up, you just kind of let go of the pointy end, and you stop with your partner on the right. So go ahead and try that again. And open up with the lady on the right. Now, if you're spinning too fast and getting dizzy, you might want to, just be kind of looking at your partner, and that helps to prevent the dizziness. But also, if you're going too fast, just tell your partner, can we slow down? So go ahead and the next thing is called a balance and swing. And a balance is just a way to take up 4 beats of music, and you step in with one foot, doesn't matter which one, and then you stomp with your other one, and then you step out with a foot, and then you stomp. And that's the balance. So sometimes there's just a balance where it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes there's a balance and swing. And then you're going to kind of like pull to the right, go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're kind of going into a swing, and then you kind of open up with the lady on the right. So try that, just a balance and swing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're balancing and swinging, you pull to the opposite side that you'll be swinging on, really. So it's kind of like this side, and then swing. So with that in mind, let's get away from the speakers over here. All right, join hands and circle to the left. 2, 3, 4. Everybody,
dosedo. With your partner, a 2-hand turn. Everyone arch, and a couple goes down. Everyone take hands forward and back. Straight sides, passing on the right. 1, 1.
Okay, there's this next thing is called a courtesy turn. So the lady will be in kind of like a teapot position, like with her hand up like this, and her other one kind of like this, and it'll be kind of behind her back, like this. And then only her left hand kind of out, and her right hand like this. And then the gentleman is kind of behind her hand, like this. And then he puts his other hand on hers. And just imagine that there's a pole kind of in between the two of you. And he walks backwards and she walks forward. And you turn around, and that's a courtesy turn.
Oh, I saw that on TV. It's such a good
So, go ahead and do it again. Just make sure everyone's had a chance to do that. Let me know if there's any questions.
I have no idea.
And, while you're in that, go ahead and be in that courtesy turn position. And while you're doing that, the promenade position, which is just a fancy name for walking promenade, is the gentleman just brings his hand over in front, and the lady takes hers, and then you kind of turn this way, and we'll just walk around the circle in a promenade position. And we're just walking.
I always get messed up on the promenade.
Shake hands and then grab hands.
Okay, and you can stop. And that's the promenade position. Okay, now let's go ahead and make lines. In most of these dances, it's in a line. So take whoever's on your right-hand side, which will be your partner. Well, the gentleman, whoever's on the gentleman's right-hand side, that'll be his partner. And make lines with the men on this side, the ladies on this side, and they're facing each other. And let's have about 3 lines.
But this is the part where you gotta practice so you can do it later. And also, you gotta know what you're doing because the guy has to be confident because the guy has the girl to dance.
In position there? Okay, here's something to keep in mind, that sometimes the caller is going to say up the hall or down the hall.
Yeah.
Well, where the band is and the music's coming from, that's up the hall, and the other way is down the hall. So